Hi, I'm Seamless, and this is whatever the current episode is of the Collab Alliance. That is the one that I'm doing, because I'm doing that now. I'm doing the episode of the Collab Alliance, and I have to apologize because I have been dropping a lot of balls lately, and many of them were about things I'm supposed to do to like support stuff that I'm doing with Collab Alliance. And it's just been a whole weird time. Especially right now is actually being particularly weird because I haven't been asleep for 24 hours. So this is either going to be really, really great or really, really terrible. I'm hoping it's going to be really, really great because I don't have enough energy to fix it if it's really, really terrible. Anyway, I had lots of other crap. I don't have my camera on right now because my room is an unconscionable mess. And there's also stuff in here I kind of don't want people to see yet. But that's not what's up right now. Because right now, we're working on this track. And it is in a very different place than it was the last time I worked on it. And like we went on this kind of like a lightning round thing, and like a lot of changes happened, and then moved on quite nicely. And what we're doing now, if you didn't see the conversation video about like the new plans and that kind of thing, which I don't remember if I uploaded or not because that's how many balls I dropped. Basically we're just doing like however long we need to do what we want to do. And today I want to add some cool bases, and we're just gonna see how that works out. First, though, this is gonna be a very long video. This is gonna be like a little bit longer than a typical thing. I'm just gonna play through this whole thing, and we'll see what it sounds like, and then we'll move on from there. How cool was that? Okay. So, some of the insanity sound design that I did the first time is actually still in there, which is kind of cool, but I want to kind of make something a little bit more uniform than that. And the first step involved in this is going to be figuring out what key this is in, because I don't remember. It's probably like F or something, right? You know. When is it not? Oh boy, what? Scale? All right. Oh, it's E. I feel like I had that exact same conversation the first time, like when I looked at the project in the first video that I did. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I need. So we have. So like what I actually am kind of super happy about is that I'm not going to be doing the mix down, and what that means is that like there's lots of strange little technical things that I don't need to really worry about because it's not going to be my job. And actually it'll be made make all this particularly easy for the next guy that does this, who I don't remember is doing it, but because they're not going to be an FL user, because the other FL user already went, and that means so whoever's doing it next is going to be Ableton user. And I think the couple of things I'm going to add are going to be maybe like 1 or 2 stems, and then they can take this whole actual project file that exists for the Ableton people, and they can just integrate my stuff in there and still have the original stuff and still have like all the systems in place that they're using to mess with it, which is important. How cool was that? What KJ did though? Like. I'm super enamored with how this turned out, just because it didn't look like it was gonna for a while. So this pattern mostly repeats. Oh, I think what I'm gonna do is make basically a bunch of stuff. But let's actually sort of rock some sounds for a bit. Actually, there has been some interesting experiments that I have been trying to do with Serum recently that I've been messing around with to try and use for am I using 64-bit? That's I'll find out. That I've been trying to use for the how to bases, but that I just haven't been making how to bases because those are the other balls that I've been dropping. It's never not going to be awkward when I say draw like balls and dropping at the same time. But I discovered some interesting, like I basically learned how to use the remap function, and it happened during a lesson. And during this lesson, the guy basically wanted to know how I did the kind of FM sounds that I did like in the beginning of my entire like YouTube career, using the whole like triangle FM with the higher harmonic kind of thing, how I would do that in Serum. And the interesting thing about Serum is that like it has this additive window that you can use and do this what I'm doing right now with it, like you could inside Citrus. But unlike Citrus, all the harmonics are only ever going to be sine wave harmonics versus the different waveform harmonics you could have in Serum. So like if I added a higher harmonic of a triangle wave, you would actually have the harmonic content of that higher triangle wave. Unlike this time where we just have it's just the sine wave as the modulator, which when I mess with it, FM from B. Remember that sound? And also, anyone who's ever heard me talk about how Serum goes a lot harder on the FM, this is what I mean by that. It just keeps going. Now, the fun things that I've done are that with this, if I use the bend, like any of the bend modes, you get that kind of fun stuff, which is basically like what happens if I'm using Citrus and I FM the first modulator by another modulator. And because what like how like especially this particular version, like this sort of coming in, this is basically what FM looks like, and you can actually infer that from looking at this. You can see how this waveform is longer than this waveform, because initially they're all the same length, that kind of thing. And this means that this is slower and this is faster, which means that this is a lower pitch and this is a higher pitch. So this is the pitch coming down low, coming up high again, and then going down low again. So that's what FM looks like. Slightly not so much this, although I guess it will. This is essentially still just this, only like these connections are on the outside versus being on the inside. It's mostly still the same thing. However, the remap function inside Serum allows us to essentially create custom warp modes, like specific warp modes, and that gives us a lot of incredible control over the sound of the whole thing itself. And I've been able to get some kind of fun stuff out of it experimentally. I haven't liked really any of the results, but I'm confident that I can get something cool. But first, though, Control-Shift-L. I mostly just want that there so I can work with it, because I'm not actually going to mix anything. But, force of habit. I had to guess what the BPM was because I haven't looked at the actual project in so long. It's a combination of I've been really busy, but also that I have just absolutely the worst time management skills in the world. Like I am super grateful that the guys in the whole Collab Alliance actually put up with me. Cause dear God, I don't think I would. I don't know that I would tolerate someone else being this bad at this, in my life. Yeah, people seem to have fun with that. I'm not even really gonna listen to stems though. I'm just kind of doing stuff to this. Add automation from last week parameter. Now I can control the first macro, which will go on FM from B and right around there-ish, and then the whole remap, the whole of it, all of the remap. And then here it is. I'm actually not even going to keep it like this because the first thing I'm going to do is turn it up an octave higher to get us dat square series. So fun fact about that is that when you do this, two things happen. Because digital FM is pitch or phase control rather instead of just actual pitched modulation. It means the intensity of the FM is controlled, the intensity of the pitch change itself is controlled by how fast the pitch change is done. And actually, you can do this manually. If I just play a note and move around the phase knob, you can hear how the pitch itself changes. Now, moving the phase to a position does not change the pitch, but it's actually the act of the motion itself. And so the actual parameter, the value of the motion that changes, the pitch motion itself, isn't the position of the phase, but the speed of the phase, which is why the change in slope is what it equals, the actual change in pitch. Now, what this means about changing the pitch of your modulator is that if you make a higher pitch modulator, that means you're FMing it by something that is moving faster, which means you'll have a fundamentally a different tone to it, but also a fundamentally different intensity, which means the same range that I had for one octave lower is no longer the same tonal range that I had before. Not only that, but the higher harmonic that I had up here is now one whole octave higher than it needs to be for me to get the tone that I want, so I had to bring it down. I had to bring this down, and I had to bring this down. To get the sound like, the original tone, which honestly wasn't super stupendous anyway. But now we can mess around with this. So those differences between notes are happening because I still have phase randomness on, which means that like a lot of like a very subtle kind of part of the tone is going to be a little bit different. Let's make this into something interesting. That pausing when I do that is a little bit worrying. Should probably save this project. Can't read it because of detached windows. Okay. Let's save this as Collab Alliance SeamlessR. I'll find out what the actual episode number is eventually. Thank you for disappearing, Windows. The retrigger on the and you guys ever played the old Descent games? What does that sound like to you? I didn't mean to put the macro on the gain. But then when I did, I thought maybe they'll sound cool. Not really, honestly. Ring modulation. Let's mess around with actually, you know, something like the all passes. Put the compressor after all this. And multi-band it up. All right, step one. So I haven't really ever taken a sound like this and then done like my old typical kind of this stuff. As if I have, I don't remember if I have. But it's been a while, hasn't it? Let's see what fun we can have. Not quite as cool as I thought it would, although I might just be doing this too fast. Let's do more fun things like get a flanger involved in this. One of the old school flangers even. Although I do want to see, now that I've done this, what this sounds like back in Saw series. So actually, you know what this is this, these guys are moving around too much. These are the notches. Wow, that came out way cooler than I thought it would. All right, actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna automate this, automate this, and I'll automate this. All right, well, I was gonna automate the wet level, but it's not quite what I kind of thought it would do. So, oh man, my vision is already. Oh. Come on. That's a really gross sound, isn't it? It's weird how immediately that doesn't work out as well, like with the saw type. All right, I'm gonna leave this sound alone, and I'll make another sound. I am gonna do a little bit of arrangement of these sounds, but I want to get some palette in here first before I do that. There isn't a time limit on this episode. At least if there was, there's not now. And I'm just gonna kind of do things until I kind of feel all right about it, and then I'll pass it on to whoever's next. Forgetting what the hell I'm doing. And give me one of these so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Let's do a fun Reese thing. Actually, before I compress this one, or rather before I distort this one, I'm going to compress it. point. Oh, I guess. Ooh, that has some fun panning on it. Neat. I think actually just that by itself is fine. It's a fun sound. Because we can do fun stuff like this. Oh, yeah, I forgot about having band limiting on and pitch sliding. That's a fun sound too. And now I feel like I want to make something. I need to make something like fully crazy. So far we've done pretty simple stuff, but now we're breaking out Patcher, and I want to do something nuts. So to do that, let's use Harmer. Let's use Harmer. That's a kind of an odd thing to have happen. Let's put some notes down. Actually, this could be kind of a fun sound if I make a pluck out of this. Like, let's just do that purpose percussion. Do like one of these. That's so weird. I don't actually have any other crap in here because I haven't actually updated my plugin directory to work with FL 12.3. What was I going to put in here? I was going to put in a Valhalla room. even to do to this? Although there's lots of reverb, which means that we can do fun like post reverb. Oh, I should do one of those, like for real. I guess I could make that this. Lots of level coming out of that movement of the high pass filter. We have enough already of the other types, the other bass types. Although actually, one part of the fun of doing it like this with reverb is that if I stop the note, all this processing I already have is after the reverb, which means we hear it. Wow, that worked out so much cooler than I thought it would. Holy crap. That's gonna be a lot of fun to integrate. Move around. Holy crap! My body. Whew. I like very, despite my dumb time management that gave me this point at all. Like once I realized this was gonna happen, I like very specifically designed a time period wherein I could do some things without dying from having done things. I can do some things without having died from doing that. Well, I'm just gonna stop trying to say that sentence. It kind of already sort of sounds like that sound, doesn't it? But yeah. All right, let me listen to the. That's a little easier to look at. So like, what if I took? She's like, what if I took you? A lot about this sound, I think, is dependent on where in the song it lives. Let's try some of you. Wow. this guy. Freaking stretch on. Stretch on, stretch off, stretch on the stretcher. Yes, the whole point of having the extended reverb is to keep modulating the reverb. Why do you sound like lower? Maybe I don't need to have the fast. I honestly, like, why does that sound like that? Like, it doesn't even sound like the sound I made. Wow, it's just stretchy. It just blends with that so well. Like, I didn't plan that at all. It just happened that way. Damn. It's the same sound, and it like sounds better. Oh, it sounds different because it's the serum. That means a different notes with different times, different phases rather. Derp, I forgot. It's serum. Means if I want to do this, if I want to have pitch bending, I have to just automate the pitch bend. Crap, didn't have a time selection engaged. Derp. So what I want to do. It's like a big wow. It's funny how that sounds like there's like some pitch change going on there, which I guess is happening because of the high pass filtering being as harsh and fast as it is. Where's that other sound that I made? This fucker. Not 100% sure what to do with this. All right, let me just first make it. Wish, 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 wish. That could work. They had this be like a phrase starter and ender kind of thing. You know, a lot of you might be thinking about listening to the sound as being like, what the hell even made the sound be the sound? Because like you watched me make it and it didn't really sound like it was going to sound like that when I made it. But why does it sound like this? And it's almost entirely due to the flanger. That it's got that cool like texture to it. Should make that out of base. Like this sound is particularly cool because I don't have a Vocodex on this. Like it just sounds like this. Like because of the flanger and then, you know, all the FM crap that I'm doing inside Serum. I'm not even using any tables. I just did this manually. Like drew that in and then like made a remap. Like I'm not even using remap really. I might revisit that because like there's some stuff. Whoa. You know, I had a bit of epiphany during one of the Infinity case about Massive and about how oh yeah, I'm doing the freaking pitch bending. About like how people get particular formaty sounds, because like I mostly just have always done that with like vocoders. If I want any kind of like vowely formaty growl, I would just do it with vocoders. But like people for a lot longer than that have been doing it with just filters, and even just built-in filters like a double notch filter and like Serum filters. Like Serum filters are way more intense than like Massive filters, but even Massive filters were enough, like in combined with like the EQ as well, because you could use it as like a last end filter and that kind of thing to get like neat formaty sounds. And I'd never really been able to do that. And I think it's just I was so very I'm just enamored with myself with the fact that I've been able to make a sound that sounds like that without doing a lot of my usual processes. I forget what I was doing in here. Oh, that's special. Obviously, this will have to be mixed and leveled and EQ'd and that kind of crap, but it's just so cool that I'm not doing that. The sound is loud as shit, though. What about this is... It's confusing me. Why does that feel like it's not doing its job? Well, it is doing it. All right. This sound is just like too gnarly. Damn, like I need to experiment with that and like generalize it. That's a special feeling. Come on. All right, let's get one of the real versions in here of like an actual note. As cool as this repeating pattern is, I want to actually have a note. That kind of sounds like that sound. It's like a weird different version of it. This will be a fun thing if I take like one of these stacks and then just cut the whole thing in half and make it something different. See, kind of what I want to have happen was be two distinct notes. The compression I have on there is a little too intense. That's what I want to have it do. This is do that like that. Like. Like that. Maybe make you a high note. That worked. My automation is weighted unevenly. It's probably this guy. That's not working at all. You know, that wasn't the rhythm I had in mind originally, but that works better than what was happening. What did that sound like? Damn. Holy crap. Just It just happens that way. Holy crap. Sometimes I just gotta let stuff happen. Like, one thing I've noticed over the years is I definitely try to, like, stick in my comfort zone a lot. Like, I'll figure something out and I'll learn something, and then I'll just, like, not move away from it for a while. I'll kind of stagnate. And then, like, the smallest things are usually what is enough to get me to go to somewhere new. Oh, I just chugged some dew because I need caffeine. It's so gross sounding. Damn. And this is the that's the square version, is it? The saw version? That's the saw version. Oh boy, do we like the square version or the saw version better? See, some parts of that are definitely better as a saw, or some parts are better as a square. Largely, though, I think it's mostly better as a saw. What's up there with that reverb, huh? I have the strangest urge to just put one ARP right there. Like, to just have a ARP. I don't really know why. I'm also going to make this with Harmor. I'm not going to use Citrus to do this. I tend to stick to Harmor for more melodic things. And mostly just because it's similar to Citrus, like not necessarily in like terms of core synthesis, but like in terms of UI and moving around, that kind of thing. It's very like Citrus. As a result, I keep to it because it's Citrus but more modern. Am I? Might as well go for the video game sound, right? suppose if I'm gonna do this, I might as well have like some lingering effects on it, like delay or something. Let's do like straight up quarter notes, just big, and like a big ping pong. See this, I can do slide notes on because that's a citrus. Or whatever I used to make this a harmer. Wow. Didn't see that coming. This has been a whole bunch of just delightful accidents. Have a kind of a plan for the beat here, sort of suddenly. Using the slide kick isn't the same as using the real kick. I'm feeling a little bit lazy, so I'm just gonna copy this whole part and then make variations. If I were still doing like the fast round like before with all the challenges or whatever, I probably wouldn't have gotten anywhere near this far and being this meticulous on the drop. Oh shit, that worked out way cooler than I thought it would. Damn. Miraculously that A. Oh, why A? Oh, because that's 3, 4. The 4 on this like matches the rhythm of the 8th notes perfectly. Bump, bump. That's 100% unintentional. Ooh, this would be actually a good spot for one of these guys. I bet OCD people seeing this are losing their shit right now. But that's okay, because we live in the FL world. In the FL world, you can put anything anywhere you want, and the tracks only mean things if you want them to. Pardon me while I die. I kind of don't want to touch this. A, because it would make my life easier, but B, because it's kind of sweet. What's the second drop like in this song? There's an actual progression in this one. So that means I gotta port this over and then mess around with that. Although I do have one weird idea for this part. I want to have a guitar solo. Oh no, can I even do this right now? I don't even know if I can, just because I'm just a broken human right now. But you know what? I don't have a time limit. So I don't care. It's my show. Well, it's my episode. I can do what I want. So I have to get my guitar, and I have to get my strap, and I have to get a cable. Where the hell is any of these things? Well, a cable's right here. Rustle, 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 rustle. Ugh. Not pictured is my disaster of a room, where all my cables are everywhere, despite, you know, my attempts to organize things. I'm not gonna, like, the solo, it's like really gonna be like a lead, really. It's gonna be a solo in the sense that, like, it's gonna be kind of an instrument on its own, but not a solo in the sense that I'm gonna, like, shred necessarily. I just want to warn you guys ahead of time, even though I know I tell you guys not to do this yourselves, about, you know, making excuses for your music and all that kind of thing, but there's like an 80% chance that this isn't going to work. Or even any of my picks. Are these strings even any good? Like, this is my Evertune guitar, so I already know it's a tune. Although it's not going to be in the right tune. That doesn't matter, I can figure it out. That's a Slink solo right there. Okay. Guitar, go. Plug in the thing. Go. And now I have to turn off freaking switch over instrument. How rusty are you? You're not very rusty. That's reassuring. Totes. Yeah, you're a little out of tune. So let's. Oh my god, I have to go in here to do this. Because again, I haven't fixed my plugin database yet. Guitar rig. It's not Native Instruments guitar rig, is it? That's right the hell there. Cool. Perfect. Perfect. That's perfect. Am I moving the right thing? No, I'm not. Whoops. I fucked it up. There you are. So, fortunately, one of my favorite solo tones ever is just to have guitar rig and get the 80s solo preset. With a minor adjustment, which is to boost the hell out of this bit. This is the twang bit. You can kind of see that like the pinch harmonics kind of live here on the low string anyway. If I had enough gain, but the sort of the value of doing this is that when I'm on the neck pickup, it still like pushes some of those up there. Because you know that kind of rounded, distorted sound that we get when there's too much bass and distortion. If I get rid of that, we get this like. Kind of toes in the bossy EE tone, which like his pickups and like the people who all made like Periphery, that kind of thing, like the tone that made the sound that like people liked about them was a specific amplifier that did it, but also the specific pickups that like did that. And like this shape is kind of like it's I'm using what do I got? I have EMGs in this. Actually, I should just tell you what this is. This is an LTD EC1000 with an Evertune bridge in it, and like the pickups that are just straight up EMGs, and they're pretty flat in comparison to most pickups. But the pickups that they use for like Toes and the Bosses' 8-string and also Misha Mansour's 7-string and 6-strings for his albums are a particular kind of pickup that has the EQ spread in such a way. It's, you know, a product of having made the pickup itself to make it sound like that, that applies itself onto distortion in that one, you know, kind of way. I'm going to, however, tweak some of these. I don't need any of your stereo weirdness, and I'm going to turn you up a little bit. So the way this is going to work is that I'm kind of just going to noodle over the part for a bit, and then I'll put down whatever sounds good. I'll probably end up cutting the hell out of the actual solo itself. And newsflash, that's kind of what I've always done. So this whole thing is an E, right? Sorry, just trying to find the box. Well, actually, kind of. I can't bend anything yet. That's better. I can't bend it high enough to end to resolve the note that I want to resolve on. Oh man! Of course, my fingers. I've been playing a lot more bass than I have like guitar. So this is like I have to acclimate myself. I can do hammer-ons like that for eternity, so I might just like throw in a whole bunch of that. To me, also that doesn't sound too great with this delay, but I might just throw a couple in there to have back, you know, accents. Something like that. All right, so the way this is gonna work, I'm just gonna put this on and like that all the way at the hell up here. Is that too far? All right, I definitely want to like be done before like that happens. So like I'll put this whole section on and I'm just gonna kind of loop it and jam for a bit, and then the bit that comes out that I like is what's gonna happen. Everyone else in the world will probably edit this part out of their video, the part where they just like noodle around aimlessly, but I ain't gonna do that. You can skip ahead if you think this is boring. Actually, I didn't want to do that. I want to keep it where I had it. There it is. All right. Damn it. Not quite. Damn it. I keep accidentally going to the minor too. I'm so used to doing like evil metal stuff, and I'm like, nice regular minor. So all right, I actually already know how I want this to end, and it was during one of these takes. It was during this big long one where I did this by accident. Like that's gonna be the end. It's gonna resolve on that because I did that pretty well. I'll have to edit it though because there were a couple sort of missteps. But and so like when I record my band, this is kind of how we do like if the solo part's gonna be improvised, like, or actually when we do vocals, we do this too. Like I'll record it as one big loop like this, a whole over 10, and then I'll have all these, and these are all different takes, and then I just mute them, listen to them one at a time, and then I take the best parts of each to kind of build the perfect version of whatever this is. I don't have that much pride in myself as a guitar player to care that like I'm stitching together like at the guitar solo, because I'm never gonna play this live. So it just doesn't matter to me. It just has to sound cool. All right, guitar is going back in the rack. Thank you, cable. 1 second, I'm gonna recoil the cable. Put it somewhere that I'll totally forget where it is later when I want it. Like on the couch, even though I can like see it. Hooey! All right. Don't need to go to 10. I need to go here, but you can leave. So hold on, let me find that ending real quick. Yeah, it didn't sound as cool as it did when I did it. So basically, I wanted that to happen like here. Yeah, I guess I could just like cut it. I was originally, because there's little blips in there that I don't want, but neat, I guess. Actually, that might not have been it. This might have been it. Because that's what I was doing when I was already bored. There it is. A little blip. But that'll be easy enough to fix. Just like do that. Bring it together and turn on crossfading. Like a little bit. Shit. Shouldn't be able to hear that. Oh, is that just from? There's actually a sound right there. That sounds. That's funny. So then everything before that is fair game. And there were a couple of things that I liked that like I made like a 1 or 2 mistakes on that I'll just fix. That was me trying to crawl from really low to really high and it didn't really work. See, there it is. There's me hitting the minor one. See, that actually would be kind of cool if I could put this part, like the whole thing like that. It's the wrong register. The whole thing is the wrong register. So actually a weird thing I could do would be to blend it. Gotta fix that minor 2 too. The minor 2 too. It's just a minor 2 too. Do I care about anything? Yeah, you know what? I'm actually kind of, I like what's going on down here, but I want to make sure I don't have anything better. Kind of fucking like that. Yeah, I could probably put that right before this little run I do here. Let me put... Is this how this went? See what I mean though? I kind of like thinking I had a similar idea in this second take, well, fourth, fifth take, however the hell many takes it was. I biffed that one hard. But that would be even harder. That's the way I like. I didn't even listen to this one. Ooh, but that, you know, this might solve a lot of my problems if I end with this but fade into that. Like it seemed to like that right there. Let's sort of experiment with that. So really, ooh, and like this can fade into this part. I didn't even think I even need to have this part. I can just like. Some better emerging there, but we're getting there. It's happening. Nice. All right, so now we're basically we've got our structure going. And some things need to be fixed. So let's just like get rid of all the other crap. Did I need any of that? No, I didn't. Just these. This is the solo. This is my solo. So I don't know how many of you remember my track Menagerie, but what I did is that every once in a while there was mistakes, like right here. Like I wanted to hold that note, and I can either do some pretty complicated time warping stuff to like make that fit and make it feel like I'm doing it, or I can take advantage of the fact that I'm making an EDM song and just like cut it and loop it. And in Menagerie, you might remember some parts where there's like the glitches where like it like stutters and like it sounds like an intentional effect. And it is an intentional effect in the sense I did it intentionally, but it exists because it's covering up huge errors in my playing. Like that. So like now it sounds legit. Now it sounds like I'm doing something on purpose and that maybe this whole thing really just was supposed to sound like this the whole time. Some of you might be thinking that if I didn't tell you that I was faking this as hard as I am right now, that you wouldn't have thought that I was, and that you wouldn't have like, you know, I probably just shouldn't have brought it up. Obviously, I can't do that because I'm showing you how I'm making it, but I also want to show you that, like, it's not necessarily a bad thing to do that, you know? Like right here. I'm going to do another one where, because I want this to be like, the fuck right there. And there's this, like, space in the middle here that's lost. So I'm just gonna cut, let's cut like the U. It's good to see that some of my timing is on. And see, here's more mistakes. Let's just cut U. And oh, whoops. I actually needed you to be there. Sometimes if it's not obvious enough, like I gotta like actually make it like worse. Of course, because I'm using the crossfading, it's like it's not gonna be as like sharp as it could be. Ooh. And now I'm just gonna straight up cheat by pitching this up a semitone. That worked out pretty great. Actually, back when we were talking about Menagerie, I was saying that like I did this to cover up mistakes. I did actually play the Menagerie solo in one take. I did the thing I did here where I looped it and played it over and over again. And I just happened to have a take that was close enough to good that all I had to do was correct minor timing quiggles. And dude, like cover it up with the glitches and that kind of thing. Unlike this solo where I had to like actually piece together the lead from different takes and whole different things because I didn't really have an idea about what I wanted to do. I just kind of played notes that were in key, except for when I didn't and I had to fix it. It sounds weird that like this isn't sliding and that is sliding, so I think I might have this slide from down from like a fourth. Yeah. Wow. Forgetting how any of this works. Just straight up. Just like wink. It's probably not. It's probably not. Literally. Oh balls! This is just gonna be the same. Oh, that's right. Cause nah, look at that. Okay, something I didn't notice at all is that like solo kind of goes with this. That's probably why I chose these parts, because it did go with that. I just wasn't paying attention to it. And I probably mean 100% definitely why. Yeah, so let me. Yeah, this is fine for a tone. This is all right. It's mostly just like minor mixing things that will need to get changed, and that's like up to the other guys. All right, what I really need to do now is take this drop and make it fit the arrangement. For that part, I guess I don't need this anymore, because now I have I put that over there for like a pool for when for things I can take out. But now I have an actual arrangement. I can just take it from the arrangement. Yeah, okay. I missed. Because I have a thinner snap. That means something, I promise. Oh my god, my whole body. All right. And make holes in some of these things. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave that first one in there. Sorry, this is where this changes. So that's like C, right? Maybe not with the low note, but that sounds too. The reese is too fast when it's high. So I gotta like make all of these C now. And it goes down to A. So what I'm gonna do with that one is I'm gonna let it ride. I'm basically cheating to make I'm not really cheating because this is very intentional, but the guy up here, because the main mod for the serum that controls the basic motion of it, but everything below it controls the character. So if I want to have a similar thing in there, but have it still sound new and fresh, all I gotta do is move these guys around, and like the character changes. Okay, let's have a listen. Wow. This fucking thing is just so quiet and weird. I think, didn't I already compress the crap out of it? Compress that, I guess. I guess I should compress it again. I should, you know, compress it 6 times, bro. Of course, I have to make sure this doesn't interfere with the other bits. Well, it's kind of an accident, but it's kind of neat. You know, I actually kind of like how this syncopated without the beat arrangement. Change. See, I like how this is a little bit off, but like I don't know if I like it being that off. I guess I can make this guy just as off. Me try to be clever. I guess this is basically a slide up, so sliding up to here works. And I wrote it. That ain't bad, honestly. fine. I'm just gonna not have this guy here at all. Okay, this is my addition. This is good. Got some basses, got some solos in there, and then the guys can take it from there and make it into something cool and mix it into an actually pretty neat song. This is kind of coming out nicely. Boy, that was a long video. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and to check out everyone else who's doing the Collab Alliance business. And as usual, have a nice day. Assuming XSplit will stop recording. There it is. Yay.